all of you have watched previous video where I have revised structure of heart, function of heart, cardiac cycle, BP, etc. So the transportation part till there till animals, I think you all are clear about those topics. If you have any doubt, feel free to talk to me in message or call. So I am here to clarify your doubts. So if we move on to the further in the lesson. So in transport, previously we have seen transportation in animals, like mainly about human beings and other animals, how transportation, like system, how circulatory system is developed from lower animals to higher animals, that we have seen previously. So here transportation in plants we are going to do in this session. So transportation is nothing but movement of particles, movement of any thing or any material in a particular system. So we have seen transportation of blood, transportation of nutrients, all those previously. Here we will see transportation of water and transportation of minerals, salts, food material in plants. So in 9th class we have already studied about the tissues, plant tissues. So in that, the main important tissue that is used for transportation is vascular bundles. So these vascular bundles are nothing but xylem and phloem. So these xylem and phloem helpful in transportation of water and food. So here, if we will do transportation of water, then we will move on to transportation of food material. Okay, so first here, to learn transportation of water in plants, we have to study root hairs first. So what are root hairs? That I will show a picture, then you will understand clearly. So think this is the plant, this is the stem of the plant. So here are the roots. So there are many roots present here. So to these, some small hair like structures that present to the main roots, these are called root hairs. Okay, so the root hairs are nothing but tiny hair like particles that come out from the roots, are called root hairs. So these root hairs are main important part in transportation of water in plants. Okay, so you have seen the structure of root hairs. So these root hairs grow from the root. So basically, when you compare root hairs and roots are little bigger than the root hairs. So these root hairs will grow in the spaces between the particles, soil particles. Okay, so this is how it is helpful. These root hairs are helpful in absorbing water into the roots and then transporting water to the plant. So if you see here, so consider these as a soil particles. So there are so many soil particles present around the root hair. So if this is the root hair, so root hair will have vacuole. So you already know that plants have vacuole to store food and water. So in same way, these root hairs will have vacuole. Okay, so you have already seen about osmosis. So what is osmosis? Movement of solvent particles from less concentrated area to the more concentrated area. So these water transportation in plants will work on the principle of osmosis. That means these water, like we are talking about the transportation of water here. So water will transport from less concentrated area to more concentrated area. So if you take less concentration, as I told you, concentration always denotes the amount of solute present in it. Okay, so here if you take less concentration means the salts, minerals that are very less in concentration. So more of water and less of nutrients and salts. So solvent particles move from low concentrated area to more concentrated area. So in osmosis, the movement of water is from low concentration area to the high concentration area. So if you see here, after osmosis, here the more concentrated side, the water level is increased. So this takes place with the help of semi-permeable membrane. Okay, so the transportation of water takes place works on principle of osmosis. So now you know what is osmosis. So it needs semi-permeable membrane for the movement of water, solvent molecules from one area to the other area. So here in root hair, the cytoplasmic lining of cell wall, that means like if this is the cell wall, it is the cytoplasm present. So this lining, or like you can call it as cell membrane, you have seen how it acts as a semi-permeable membrane. So in the same way here also, cytoplasmic lining of cell wall acts as a semi-permeable membrane for the movement of water into the cell of the root hair. So if you take if we give water to the plant, soil will have more of water but less of salts and minerals when compared to the inner side of the plant. Okay, so the water present here are moved inside the cells of the root hairs. Okay, so there is vacuole present and the cells are present. So these water is moving from low concentration to high concentration. That means in soil particles, in and around the soil particles, the water is in more concentration but the salts are in less concentration. But when you see root hairs and other cells of plants, these have more of salts but less of water. So that is how the water is moving from soil to the root hairs. So when root hairs take water inside it, now this area will become more concentrated when less concentrated when compared to this area. Like here water will be more when compared to here, this area. Okay, so these are called cells of cortex. So these cells of cortex will have less water when compared to root hair, because root hair already absorbs the water from the soil. Okay, so the water will be more when compared to cells of cortex. Now the movement of water in the plant it takes place continuously, and from one cell to one cell the transportation will take place, and each cell follows the principle of osmosis. So when water is more here in root hairs, now this water will be moved from root hairs to the cells of cortex, because more water it is moving to low watered area. Okay, so this is how now when water is moving to this cell will have more water when compared to this cell. So again in the same way, from water from this cell will move to the other cell. Okay, so this has become now more concentrated area. So now when you take, this is xylem. So this xylem will have low water when compared to cell cortex. Okay, so in the same way, as it moved from soil particles to the root hairs to the cells of cortex, the same way cells of xylem also receive the water in the same way. So when it has more water, this area is more when it has more water, this water moves from cells of cortex to the xylem cells. So from here, like xylem will be till the top of the plant, top of the tree. So it from here it is moving, it is going upwards to the other cell. From this cell it is moving to the other cell, or from here it is moving to other bundle. So this is how the movement of water takes place in plants with the help of the root hairs. The root hairs absorb the water and pass to the cells of the xylem. So this xylem transports the water to the entire plant. Okay, so to understand more clearly, here is one video. So see here. So when water is provided to the plant, the root hairs will absorb the water. So the root hairs are here. So this will absorb the water and then send to, like, this is, as I told you, this is the low concentrated area. So this will be the low concentrated area when compared to the inner side of the root. So water moves from low concentrated area to more concentrated area through this root hair. So this is how water enters to inside the cells of the root by the process called osmosis. So after entering the cells of the root, it enters the bundles of xylem. So these are the xylem bundles. It moves to the xylem bundles in the with the same principle of osmosis. Then these transport to the top of the plant through the xylem bundles by osmosis. So this is how the root hairs will help in transportation of water in plants. Okay, so this is about the transportation of water in plants, how xylem bundles are helping in transportation, how root hairs absorb water. So I think all of you have understood this. If you have any doubt regarding this topic, call me or message me. I am available all the time, so to explain you. So watch this video carefully, then like you try to write the notes, make notes while listening to the lesson, or when you read the textbook, underline important points. Thank you.